Also up today, shares of Whitecap Resources. It's up 41 cents right now. The company is now seeing average production over 300,000 barrels of oil equivalent per day for 2025. The guidance beat the average analyst's estimate. For more on Whitecap, we are joined by the company's president and CEO, Grant Fagerheim. Grant, thank you very much for joining us.
Yeah, thanks very much, Roger.
Investors seem to like what they are seeing. What do you think they're liking?
I think there's a combination of two things, Roger. First of all, we've put forward a defensive strategy for 2026. There's the outperformance that we've achieved so far in 25, which will continue for the balance of 25. And when we put out our budget for 2026, the expectation was that we were going to spend $2.5 to $2.6 billion with the same amount of production that we're looking to spend between $2 to $2.1 billion. So cutting out that amount of capital and keeping our production as we've stated before, I think that was a big surprise for many of the shareholder base.
And now, just looking at the oil prices, they've corrected a little bit. They've been down. They've bounced back up a little bit. Any concerns that downward trend is going to continue, and what kind of an issue might that be for you?
Yeah, but we've seen a big bounce over the last 2 days. I mean, today, with it being up over $3 for the near-term contract. But still, what we see is the contract for 2026 on an average year basis, flirting with that $58, $59 range. I'm not sure that really, in the near term here, it's nice to have. There's so many world events that are taking place. So we want to be cautious. We believe longer term that oil prices do elevate, WTI and Brent prices do elevate, but we want to be cautious in the near term here, whether it's the next 3, 6, 9 month period of time. We do believe that they will change going forward, but maybe in that next 6 to 9 month period of time to the positive.
And was that what drove your net income down? You're at 274 last quarter, 204 million in the third. Is that was it, or were there other factors or issues?
No, I mean what we've got is from an overall perspective, the cash flow remains higher actually than we were previously. But a lot of this was driven through the synergies that we saw with the transaction we completed on May the 12th with BNN. We've been able to realize we were forecasting $210 million of total synergies as we advance through time. We've already realized, and we talked about it into the market, we've realized about $300 million of synergies. So we feel very good where we're at, and we'll squeeze out more where we possibly can for the benefit of our shareholders going forward.
And with that, any concerns about your dividend payout ratio? It's on the high side, sitting at about, I think 72% was the number I saw. Concerns about that?
Yeah, no, we feel very good about our dividend where it sits at this particular time. From a yield perspective, we think that over time that'll gravitate down, but a 7% yield today, or just slightly over, is too high. Can that drive down to that 5%, which means a higher share price into the future? We'll see, but we believe that will happen as people get confidence with what the merged company looks like together under Whitecap Resources. We think that does take place. The yield will change. It'll gravitate downward, which means an upward share price revision as we advance through time.
And how is the merge doing? Is it coming together? Have you had any blips, any concerns?
Yeah, no, it's worked out very well. I mean, the integration, which was critically important for us. I mean, to jump in, get the people that we wanted from the combined transaction. The integration's gone very smoothly, and the operating efficiencies have really been remarkable. I mean, when we talk about streamlined workflows, optimized production practices, and really enhancing the infrastructure development in each one of the respective areas, it's gone, we put it in our press release, we are ahead of schedule from what we thought we were going to be, but it is on the backs of our people. These assets can't run themselves, as you know.
And what's next then? Where are you? What are you looking at next?
What we're looking at is as we advance forward, we're what we consider to be counter-cyclical in nature. When commodity prices are low, we'll look to be, back to we'll look to buy back more shares. When commodity prices are high, it's not as though we put all of that capital into all the incremental cash flows into our capital program, because what we look to do is always strengthen our balance sheet for what might take place into the future, whether it's acquisitions or having the opportunity to get front-footed on our capital program. We prepare our people internally here for be ready to advance capital if we get in the right pricing environment. So going forward, we'll look to continue to grow our business, buy back more shares, and while reducing our debt into the future. Not as though we have any debt concerns. We've got plenty of capacity at this time, but you always want to be prepared for rainy days.
Okay, Grant, thank you very much for joining us today.
Thanks very much, Roger. Appreciate it.
Grant Fagerheim is President and CEO of Whitecap Resources, which is trading up today 42 cents at 10.64.